Hi, I'm Brad Rooks from DeerTech TV. It's been an interesting year between the pandemic with COVID-19 and our theory on this show, or our theme, was literally going to be going to these manufacturers, which you guys don't know. We know a lot of these people personally. They're deer hunters producing a great product because they want to make you guys better hunters. And we wanted to get behind the scenes. We didn't want to make it look like it was a TV commercial for 30 seconds. We wanted to get behind the scenes, show you how it's made, tell you a little bit of the inside scoop. But with COVID-19, we haven't had the ability to travel. So the community kind of came together. We're shooting some of our stuff here with prototypes. We're using product that we're not as familiar because it just came out. But we're doing the best we can. We're excited to show you what 2021 is going to be, because hopefully we can travel again, and we're going to get behind the scenes and show you guys the footage that was meant to be. I hope you enjoy the show.
This isn't just another 30-minute commercial. This is the people behind the products, the innovators, the engineers, the entrepreneurs.
Your ability to smell is gone. Wow.
This isn't just another hunting show. This is DeerTech TV.
Welcome to DeerTech TV, I'm Dave Gillane. America is the land of the free and the home of the brave entrepreneurs. Russell Epperson is one of them. Today, we're going to talk to him about how he turned his lifestyle of trapping into a product that not only is stealing the ability of whitetails to smell away, but it's also earning the respect of whitetail hunters everywhere. And later, we'll be tagging along with Scent Thief Pro staffer Justin Hood on some of his late season whitetail hunts. But before we get that far, both myself and Brad Rooks are going to be talking about deer nutrition during some of the most important and overlooked times of the year. Many factors can influence a whitetail deer's growth rate, general well-being, and prospects for survival. However, late winter and early spring are probably the most critical factors in determining how big those deer will be in the coming year, and more importantly, if they will survive to make it to the next hunting season. During this critical time period, malnourished does can invariably give birth to small, weak fawns that could die within a few days. Some nutritionally stressed does might even abandon large, seemingly healthy newborns. In either case, scavengers such as black bears or coyotes are quick to secure an easy meal, often leading to inflated predation rate estimates. For bucks, antler growth is not optimized unless they come out of winter with a good head start. If cold temperatures prevail well into late spring, delaying snowmelt and subsequent green up, the loss of deer to malnutrition and starvation might be much higher. Two feed products from Sportsman's Choice Feeds are formulated to give your deer everything they need to make it through the winter in great shape, but also get a head start leading into spring and summer. First up are Golden Deer Nuggets. These nuggets are designed for superior palatability, superior digestibility, and superior water resistance. These nuggets are packed with protein for enhanced body weight growth and antler development. They also include superior mineral and trace mineral levels and higher vitamin levels for enhanced immune systems. Next up is the Record Rack Sportsman's Deer and Elk Feed. This feed blend features exclusive optimum performance technology, a formula that's scientifically designed to help you manage your herd management goals. These feeds are packed with 20% crude protein. These feeds are packed with 20% crude protein, 14% crude fiber, and 3% crude fat, along with all the essential trace minerals that deer need for optimum growth. Now here's Brad Rux with his take.
Today I want to talk just a couple minutes about deer nutrition. You know, winter's always a crucial time for the deer to get enough protein because they don't have the food out there, but often the time that's overlooked is in the spring. The does are starting to drop their fawns, they're lactating, they're trying to produce milk. Bucks are trying to grow bone on their antlers. So what we like to do is I like to feed my protein all the way up through the end of May, early part of June. Why? Because behind me you'll see all the farm fields are worked up. There's beans and corn predominantly here. There's just not enough forage. Yeah, granted, I got clover fields down there, but I probably got 2 acres of clover to feed 100 deer. That's not enough protein, high protein. They can eat grass, they can eat other sources, but they'll still come to this protein feeder throughout those early spring months to get the protein that they need. Their body's craving it after the winter. And if you do that, the bucks are gonna grow larger antlers, you're gonna have a healthier fawn production, and it'll make your whole herd healthier. Check out Record Rack.
DeerTech TV is brought to you by Scent Thief. Make the wind your cover. Base Map. Plan, navigate, share. Skull Hooker. Get your head on right. Browning Trail Cameras. Outdoor Edges game processing sets to do it yourself and save. And by High Mountain Seasonings. Make the most of your game meat. For hunting, shooting, camping, fishing gear, and more, go to sportsmansguide.com. They sell all the top brands in the industry like Carhartt, Leupold, Browning, and Boulderton, all at unbeatable prices. For everything you need to outfit your outdoor passion for a lot less, go to sportsmansguide.com. Welcome back to DeerTech TV. If you've ever dreamed of starting a business of your own, or perhaps you've been fortunate enough to succeed in doing so, then you should be able to relate to Russell Epperson, the inventor of Scent Thief. Here's how he got his start.
I started at a young age trapping, and trapping was a big passion of mine. To be quite honest, I made a lot of money trapping. I made more money than my mom and dad put together back in those days, and things were worth a lot of money. But I wanted to catch more coyotes because they were really bringing in $25 and $30 a pelt, and I would get 1 or 2 scattered here and there. It was never consistent, and I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I started putting stuff together, going to the library every day, studying the nose, and trying to figure out how can I eliminate the animal's ability to smell. And when I got it, went upstairs, I'll never will forget, and of course I was a trapper, so I trapped skunks, and I'd extract the skunk and make my own bait, you know, out of beaver. And I took that skunk essence up there to Mom, and I said, Mom, you got to smell it. She said, I already smell it, get it out of the house. But I said, I want to try something with you. And I never will forget that I had her smell it. She goes, oh yeah, I smell it. And then I simply put Scent Thief over the top of it, and I had it in a paste form at that time. And she goes, wow, you know, I don't smell Scent Thief anymore. So I knew I had something. So I put it to the test, and actually went south of the house. An old boy out of Shell City who's passed now, who caught these coyotes live, and I wanted to learn how to catch them live, and just to test my product. And I was actually able to trap on a gentleman's land that Mr. Birch, Leland Birch out of Butler, had a whole lot of land, and I trapped his properties. And I asked him for a cattle tagger and the whole 9 yards, so I learned how to catch that coyote without him chewing my arm off. And got with Leland and borrowed a calf tagger, just put a little band in the coyote's ear, and I started setting traps. And I set 5 traps the first night, come back the next day, and I had 5 coyotes. I was blown away. I thought, oh my gosh, you know, I've got something here. I couldn't hardly take it. So I trapped, and I got the oldest dog I could find, which I knew was going to be a smarter dog. And a lot of times, if you trapped any at all, and you caught a coyote, catching him again was just almost impossible. And so I caught the oldest one. I felt like the oldest dog I could get. Taped him up, got him out of the trap, tagged his ear, let him go, and I caught that coyote 5 times, 5 different nights and 5 different sets. So when I did that, and I tagged him each night, so I knew that coyote never, number one, never did smell me at all, because if he'd have smelt anything that was alarming to him in the first place, he'd have never went to the second trap. Just kind of built it from there, and started the patent process, and just wanted to make sure that this product was going to work for everybody like it did for me. And we started, Scent Thief started selling the product about 5 years ago. We started handing it out. We've really been out two major years, and you know, the success stories tell the story. When people use Scent Thief, it's hard for them to get in their head that this product smells. So when they take it off the shelf, it does have an odor. But if they understand that the odor is the reason why the deer have to smell it, then that's a game changer.
I'm Justin Hood, host of Southern Veins and pro staffer at Scent Thief, and these are my stories.
This segment is brought to you by Outdoor Edge. There's never a dull moment with their razor-sharp, replaceable blade knives.
This segment of DeerTech TV is brought to you by Thermoset.
You're watching DeerTech TV.
Welcome back to DeerTech TV. Now it's time for the deer in the DeerTech, specifically whitetails. We're hunting with Scent Thief pro staffer Justin Hood. Take it away, Justin.
I'm Justin Hood, host of Southern Veins and pro staffer at Scent Thief, and these are my stories. So this year, I got to hunt in the early season and late season of Oklahoma, and man, I gotta tell you, Scent Thief really delivered. The deer just really weren't moving quite as much as what we were expected. It was really hot, it didn't have the cold front like we were hoping, and there was a lot of extra acorns on the ground. I didn't have much activity, and on the last afternoon we set up in a ground blind. I made sure to use Scent Thief because the wind was kind of swirling that day. The deer started to come straight from my right, which was putting them almost downwind of us. It was right at dark. You could tell that the deer were trying to bust us as they were coming in, and this particular buck had his nose all in the air. He was smelling the environment, really trying to do what he could possibly do to bust us in that blind, but he couldn't figure it out. He ended up walking up and getting about 30 yards from me, and as soon as I was able to take a shot, I took it. Oh my goodness. We talked about them coming and just showing up right there up this hill, and it was gonna happen right at dark. Sure enough, man. Sure enough. I mean, the activity was relatively low to none all day, honestly. I've just seen some crows and some birds. And it's down to the wire, but we got it done. Got it done, man. I had some earlier experiences on that hunt with using Scent Thief that really, made me really excited about this opportunity. If I was going to get a chance to be able to have a shot that presented itself with a mature buck, and it made me a strong believer on that hunt. I had used it a couple of times prior to that on some does and just tested it out, and ultimately I really feel like it played a big factor in me killing that buck that day. Again, he came just like any mature buck would, straight downwind of me.
DeerTech TV is brought to you by Scent Crusher. Scent off, game on. Thermoset. Stay outdoors. Dead ringer broadheads. There will be blood. Browning. The best there is. And by Lifeline by Hunter Safety System. Don't climb without it.
This segment of DeerTech TV is brought to you by Skull Hooker.
So on my second trip to Oklahoma, it was late season. It was just me. I was solo filming, and it was quite the fiasco to get to the stand that day. And all I was able to pack with me was as much as I could pack without breaking my back, because I had about a mile hike in, and so I made sure to spray myself down before I left. Sprayed myself down multiple times while I was traveling to the stand, and then once I got into the stand, I made sure to regularly spray myself down during the hunt. The hilltop that I was hunting had a swirling wind all afternoon, and in any other circumstances I probably wouldn't have hunted it if I didn't have Scent Thief, but with the deer coming in all different directions, I knew that that was going to be my best bet to hopefully seal the deal and get an opportunity to shoot a mature buck. So as the afternoon went by, I had a lot of opportunities to take multiple smaller bucks, but they were all half racks and they were not very mature. That wasn't just really what I was looking for. They had a bunch of does as well, and surprisingly I never got busted throughout the entire afternoon. It was an all-day sit. I got out there around 11, and I stayed there all the way till dark. Again, he came just like any mature buck would, straight downwind of me, and he didn't even pick his head up. He didn't even think about it. He came right in, and as soon as I felt comfortable with the shot, I knew he felt comfortable starting to feed over there. I got my bow ready and I took the shot. Are you serious? So even if you're out there and you know that the wind is unpredictable and it's swirling, or you know that the wind is not good for that stand location that day, it doesn't matter. you can go out there and hunt and still be successful, because you want them to smell scent thief. You want them to smell it, because ultimately if they smell it, then they can't smell anything else around them, and as a result they can't smell you. It's by far one of the greatest new products that I've stumbled upon in the past year, and I can tell you what, I'll definitely be utilizing it every time I go out in the woods going forward, and it has forever changed my method of how I approach hunting a blind or a stand.
Thanks for watching DeerTech TV. Be sure to tune in next week as I talk to Browning trail cameras to get their take on some of the most common features that you overlook when setting up your trail cameras. See you then.